Hey everybody, welcome back to J&V Rockhound, and I'm Jay, and V is snoozing on the couch in the living room, and I'm in the shop. Made it back home. If anybody watched the video I just, posted, this is Wednesday now for you guys. Excuse me. But I posted my footage from being out on the mine at Spencer. Well, this video is going to be showing the stuff that I brought home. And I actually worked a couple of pieces. Not all the way, but I worked them enough to bring out the color to where we can see them. I got a couple of pretty good pieces. I mean, even if I didn't get as good of pieces as a lot of those guys did, and I've watched them several of the videos so far, and man, they were getting some good stuff. I'm happy with what I got. I mean, I kind of was lazy the first half of the morning, so I was a little discombobulated, woke up late, and I forgot stuff, and just, it was just one of those days. And then the incident happened, and then I was more concerned with one of our fellow, Rockhound content creators that I'm friends with. So I stuck around her for a little while, and then finally I got kind of going after the competition that we had. So I found, I got some good stuff. I mean, I'd say some of it is probably not going to be really workable. But there's good specimens. I didn't just bring home opal. I brought home some specimens. I brought home 2 yard rocks and a couple other bigger chunks that I still plan on cutting down and extracting the opal out of. But there still could be some really good opal in a couple of these bigger chunks. So I'm looking forward to seeing what else I can find inside these bigger chunks. But just looking at the smaller stuff, I mean, like the ones that I worked today, there's some good stuff in there, man. I mean, they've got some good opal. So let me get this turned around, and I'll just say right off the bat, I forgot the beast in the truck when I went there today to get this stuff. So I'm not going back to the truck to get it. So there's not going to be a UV. And I'm disappointed in that, because after seeing Allison's video that she was showing it, I want to see this stuff with the UV. So maybe next week I'll do a little short showing the stuff. I'm going to leave it on the table. And next weekend, when I get home, I'll bring it home and do a short on, looking at it. I'll look at it and see how good it is. If there's any good reds and, greens like she had showing. I'm stoked, excited that I might. That stuff was cool. I love any UV stuff like that. So let me get this turned around, quit rambling, and get to showing you the pretty rocks. All right, so this is the same table that I had in there in the rock room. I just brought out here, tried to clean it off. Man, this thing is so dirty. I mean, I can't get it to really turn black again. But I got lights set up, plus this light, and I think we're going to be able to make this work. So I got this zoomed out right now so you can see everything. Down here's a couple pieces I worked. I think I'll save the ones I worked for later. It's these 4. But I probably ought to. What did I do with my squirt bottle? Oh, hold on a minute, guys. All right, I got it. I forgot to put the lid on it. I had to put water in it. I'm just going to go ahead and get this stuff wet straight off the bat. I know I'm going to have to squirt them again before it's over with, but I'm just going ahead and doing it. So a couple of them bigger pieces back there, I probably won't just pick up and show. I'll maybe take the phone off the mount here and show them a little bit closer. Like the two very back ones anyways. That piece over there is nothing but a big, huge piece of potch. That's all it is. I should have cleaned it up to show it really good, but it's really glassy. But it's not, it's not the opal white glassy. It's like a cream colored, just potch. That piece over there was my first piece that they approved for me to bring home as a yard rock. It's not huge. It's not as big as the one I wanted to bring home, but I understand, they got them big boulders. I mean, I was looking at one that was like 3-4 times bigger than that one, and round, and because I wanted to bring it home and put it in my rock garden. I wasn't even going to break up on that one, but now that one I may just break up on, because you can see the stuff like this. This is, it's like in these little gas pockets, as they call them, is what's in the, in the obsidian. So the obsidian there is called nebula obsidian. I picked up a couple pieces just of that, just obsidian, so I can try to work them. I think I'll keep. I might just keep some of it just as it is, as a specimen. But it's got these stripes of rhyolite running through it, and these little, basically what would be thunder eggs, basically. That's where all the opal formed, was like in thunder eggs, inside the gas bubbles. They just formed thunder eggs, basically, that filled with opal. And I mean, I guess you'd call it thunder eggs. I don't know. It's what I think they are. Like, look, I picked up a few of them that were just loose. They're just basically like little thunder eggs. I wanted to bring a couple of them home to cut. Yeah, this is one that was already broken. But it's got that clear. I was thinking it was highlight opal, the clear part that was inside some of them. But somebody else said it was chalcedony. My staff said it was chalcedony, but I don't know. I can't say that I would know better than them, but I mean, I thought that was highlight opal. But anyways, yeah, I mean, I picked up quite a few of them, little pieces like that, kind of bubbly and botryoidal, because I wanted to bring home some of that as specimens, Man, let's really clean these off better. So dirty. But what's interesting, and what I really should have focused on, was breaking up rocks like that, because that second one, not the big one, but the second one, that and I think that one over here. So them three right there were all the same rock. and there was a couple other smaller pieces to it that broke off. And I'm telling you, right dead center, when I broke it and cracked it open, there was a great piece of opal in it with great, I mean, you'll see it here in a minute. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking to see if I can find a good one to show as an example. Let's see. Okay, so the top parts broke off on this, right? So you got potch up here on top. But I'm thinking that when they formed, it was in this orientation right here, right? And the precious opal came in and put down like a base layer, and that's why they're kind of flat like that. And these, kind of hard to show, but I know I've got a good example in here somewhere showing it really good. That one doesn't have any, I don't see any precious opal, but there could still be some underneath that stuff. Okay. I thought I had all these turned right. Anyways, just not having the luck. So this was a part of a big one right here. And you see how, let's see, let me zoom in on this one. So you've got that botryoidal clear coating, or whatever you want to call it, whatever it may be, that's inside these gas bubbles. You've got the rhyolite and obsidian on the outsides. And then, see, here's the opal in this one. It's just a little bit, but it could go back in there a little bit farther. It probably curves up if it does. But this goes to show you kind of how it formed, kind of laid in there. Now there could be bigger seams in some of these, but you know, a lot of them that I was finding was just like this. You know, it's little fragments inside these gas bubbles, you know, little pieces like this. But you know, you can get big enough pieces to actually work and make decent sized little pieces of jewelry, you know, just from something like this, you know. I'm not seeing any cuts. See, now look, I'll say that a lot of these pieces, it was so bright out there, and I was just, like I said, I was a little bit discombobulated. So a lot of pieces, I was just kind of, if I saw the opal, I just put it in the bucket. Especially if it was a piece that looked like it was going to be big enough for me to work into a nice size piece. I definitely wanted to put it in there and look at it close, just like I'm doing right now, because there could very well be a color bar that I wasn't able to see out there. And it doesn't have to be a very thick color bar to really bring out some good color. Example, this piece right here. Okay, look, you see that orange coating right there, that orange iron staining on that, on this, like right here. See how it's got that orange iron staining? So I really want to pay attention right underneath there on any of them I find now. I don't see anything right. I'll have to look at that one a little closer, but this one had that right on top. Okay, but I could see a little flash of color right along the edge of that on the bottom of it. You know, you can see that this has multiple layers, and I don't know if there's any more color in it. Didn't look at it too good. I just was playing with it, and I took it down so I could expose. I wanted to see how it would work and try to expose that color. And depending on which way you turn this thing, you can get that broad flash of just about every single color. And now this thing is not going to show it. All I'm seeing is green. Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. There we go. Depending on which way you turn it. There's the green again. But I was seeing purple a second ago. There's some purple and red again. But, I mean, you get a good broad flash of just about every color depending on which angle you look at this thing at. There's the purple. And there's also an orange face. But I'm not catching it just right. No, I'm only seeing green again. There's purple and red. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. When you have that orange coating on it, be careful when you grind through that, because like that may have been the only color bar in this one, but you take one like this that I worked or whatever, there's multiple color bars. You see there's one on either side of the stone here because I worked this one down on either side, and I was hoping that maybe there was even more inside there. But, you know, this is not the final shape. This is going to be but I brought it down to where you could see the color, and I can get more color right there in the middle. I just didn't take it down far enough right on that little spot. So I can get that more even across the face, because you can see it in underneath there. It's just I didn't get it down real good right there. So that's one face. And here's the other. Two different color bars. Same stone. Separated by several different layers of non-color bar bearing material, I guess. But this, you know, not quite as big as my thumbnail, bigger than my pinky, but it would make a good ringstone, you know. if once I finish. Now, question for anybody out there that knows Spencer opal, at least, if not other opal. You know, these color bars are not really thick enough to really do much of a dome, if any. But man, that's such a pretty color. Now, I can get 2 stones out of this if I cut that right down the center and make 2 triplets. In which case they could be an awesome set of earrings, because I could take and basically shape this thing ahead of time, the basic shape, before I even do anything else to it. Now, I'm not going to take anything else off them faces right there, at least not right away. I think if I cut this thing in the middle, I would probably glue this side and this side, make a little basalt sandwich or obsidian sandwich, and put that on there and then cut it down the middle. And then I would have to work down from to that layer again, and then put a quartz cap on it. But yeah, that's, man, this right here shows you what they can have at Spencer. Here's another one I worked that's also got color on both sides, if I can get it to show. There's a little bit trying to show right there. Now, I didn't take this one all the way down, or to be honest with you, I might have taken this one too far, because the way it is, I think I probably did. I probably lost all the color on this side of the stone. Now that I'm looking at it, I didn't pay close enough attention. But this side here also has color all the way across this face. But if I'm going to really work this stuff, I'm going to have to give me like a gemfish or some opal light torch, whatever they want to call it. But I could still get a stone out of this. There's still color in there. I didn't lose all of it. I haven't gotten down on this side. Like I said, I probably went too far on that other side. But there's still a little pocket right there with good color. And then this one, I got this one showing pretty good. It's just got the one bar, I think. But yeah, it's an odd shape. I didn't shape it at all. I just wanted to expose the color, because you couldn't see the color from the top at all on this one. Yeah. And trust me when I tell you, these things are so, like, I'm looking at this thing off to the side, to the left of the camera, of the phone, and I see so much red and orange in this thing, and I do not see any on the camera, on the phone. All I see is purple and green, and I don't know what it is about my phone but it has a hard time with some of these picking up the red. Like, I mean, just looking at it straight on, I see more red and orange than I do the green and stuff when I'm not looking at the phone. But yeah, I can shape that up and make it into something. So those are the ones I worked. Here's a couple others, little pieces that I found. This one's got great color. Now it looks like the bars are running side to side here, but that's a really thick bar, so if I'm going to make anything of this, I'm going to have to make it this way. Like this would be the face, or this would be the face, and it's going to be very thin, so hopefully I don't lose all the color, because man, this one might actually be the best piece I found as far as overall color and the color bar. Look how thick that color bar is. And there's multiple, it's like 2 different color bars there, and they're both very thick. I wish I'd have found this thing whole. Now, I think this is a fragment that came off of one of them 3. I'm not completely sure about that, but I believe it is. This one too. I think this one came off of it too. I don't think I can do anything with this piece. But man, does it have some good color showing. It's just a little sliver. And I had a couple other kind of smaller pieces, sort of similar to this, that were showing good color, that I gave to Allison. So this right here is a little bit odd, but it was showing good flash out in the field. So even right here, you can see that it's multiple color bars, because this is a different color bar up on top here in that little raised area right there. But there's another color bar underneath this piece right here that you can kind of just start to see little flashes of it and all that. So I think I might be able to get a couple pieces out of this. I was thinking there was some, yeah, there's some on the back side too. This piece just kind of broke in a weird way, but you can see there's another color bar right in the middle. That might be, no, that's a different one right there. It's showing. Yeah, this thing has multiple. See, 1, 2, 3. It's got 4 color bars that I can see for sure. This is definitely going to be one of those that I just have to pick and choose which color bar to try to get. Try to figure out which one is the best. Now, the way this is fractured and so uneven, I'm probably going to end up losing this one that's right here on top, and I have to try to go to that one down in the middle for this one, or I don't know. It's pieces like this that's going to be around for a little while because I have to figure out what I'm doing. I have to get good quartz to make the triplets. That's a pretty good piece. Got a pretty good color bar going on in it. Yep. I mean, that's not necessarily a small piece, you know. I don't know if there's any, yeah, there's a little color showing up right there. So there's the bar. I'd have to take off all that on top there, or take down on this side until I get down there and then glue that side to the basalt. But that could still be a decent sized little stone. So here's that orange stuff. Let's see if I can see any kind of color on this right underneath that. Yeah, I'm not seeing it on this one. Pardon my grungy fingers. I've been working on the wheels. Like I said, I did other stuff today on the wheels besides playing with this opal. I polished my first Petoskey stone today, playing around on it. Played around on the Kentucky half nodule, cut halves. I kind of just did like the first, second wheel on a couple of them, just trying to grind it down, trying to get some fractures out. And it wasn't working, so I think I'm gonna recut it. Or I might have to stabilize it first, I don't know. I'm not really seeing much. I've seen a little small piece of color in that one, but there's some color right underneath that layer. There's some more color. Another, man, what's up with my fingers? There it is. What is it? Man, that looks so bad up close. Man. All this crap gets under the nails so bad. Anyways, yeah, this got a couple color bars on it. And that's a pretty decent sized piece. You know, disregard all this other stuff. Just look at the white. That's actually the opal part. And then find that color bar. You know, that could potentially make a pretty good sized stone. Or maybe two. This is just a sliver. I don't know if you'd be able to make anything with that or not. Thought I saw color in this thing, or I probably wouldn't even have brought it out to show. But maybe not. Oh well. I don't see anything now. But this one right here, I don't think there's any color. And I think that's mostly potch, but look at this little spot right here. That almost looked like a fortification pocket. But, you know, cool specimen. That should look good under UV. There's some color. Now, a lot of these, because I didn't work them yet, I mean, that's all you're going to see is just a little bit of color from the side. Now, this one's got an exposed top, so there must be multiple color bars in this one too. Or that's one thick color bar right there. It's just really hard to see sometimes. Yeah, that's potentially a pretty good one right there. I think that's one big thick color bar. Yeah. And I don't remember if I saw that one out in the field or not. Yeah, I probably can't work this one. Even if there was color. But I thought it was cool with the colors that was in this one. On the underneath the opal. I don't know if my eyes are playing tricks on me because I am kind of tired as usual. It's like after 9 o'clock at night, probably 9:30 now. And I've just barely started scratching the surface of all this. See, when I'm looking at these, I try to find where the lines are so I can know the orientation of the bars. And then I start looking from the side to see if I can see any color. I'm not seeing anything in this one. But that was a pretty good little chunk, you know what I mean? So, gotta pick this stuff up. And some of it just flashes at you with no problem out in the field. And then some of it you don't really see. Until you get it up close and looking at it. Excuse me. But pieces like this, if there is no color, will be excuse me, will be good for practice anyways. Stop bumping the camera. Let me find the piece. I think this might be the one. This might be it. I don't know. It's a pretty good sized chunk. piece that I found during the competition. I think that this is it. I mean, you will have already seen it, but I didn't actually submit it. Because I couldn't really see the color when I was out there. Which one was it? Oh, look at this color bar. That's a pretty good thick color bar right there. Now I'm not sure how big that piece is going to be because it looks like it ends right there. I have to be really careful getting that out because that's a really nice color bar. Yeah. Wasn't that one? I think it was this one. So let me see if I can actually get this thing to show on camera here. I mean, you can see the lines in this one. There's some green. I know Trent and somebody else said that they saw the green, but I swear I've seen some purple down in the tip of this thing. I don't know if it was the same color bar. Let's see. It might be the same color bar. Oh, see, that would go through there. Yeah, I'm seeing a little red and blue and purple. But now it should have some more color in it. With those lines. And usually those ones right there, like right here, there's two of them. And that one is super clear. You can see right into it. It seems like the ones that's like that is the ones you start seeing good color in a lot of them. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this is the one I had found for the competition. And like I said, I didn't even submit it to be looked at. It's got some pretty cool potch on it too. It's almost bluish gray. Whereas most of the potch is like this, like a creamy white. But it's not that glassy white to let you know it's opal. I mean, it is still opal, but you know. Let me just try to pick out a couple other good pieces here. This could have some pretty good bars in it. I'm not seeing anything. I think I saw something right there, but it's not good enough to sit there and linger on it. Let me show you a couple other cool specimens. So this, I picked up a couple that were just potch, right? Or the jelly opal. Like this whole thing is dirty. This whole thing's dirty. You couldn't tell that, could you? But it's like the whole thing is just a chunk of opal. this thing had color in it, man, I'd be freaking stoked, because this could potentially be a huge piece. But I think it's just potch. But it's got some kind of clear light, but I mean, like I said, I don't see any color. I think it's just a big chunk of clear potch. Clearish, milky potch. Like clear spots with some milky spots too, but yeah, I'm not seeing any color across it, but it was, I mean, I just thought it was really cool. And then this right here is all potch too. Oh, this table's gonna be a mess. Gotta clean this off though so you can see this potch good. And I haven't, you know, obviously I'm just not doing it, so I didn't look at this stuff real good in the field, but I just thought this piece was really cool, you know, because I've seen couple good faces of it. It's just a big chunk of potch. Look how thick that is, like the jelly opal. You know, I don't think there's going to be any color in this, but I thought it was a really cool specimen. Yeah, I was happy to bring that one home. That's got some, oh, I didn't look at that real good. I started to show it, but I didn't really look to see if I see any color. I didn't see anything, but this is definitely one that I want to investigate more, because that could go well up underneath all this. I mean, you would think you'd see a color bar in there. Like, if there was going to be one, you would see it already just on this edge, but I don't see anything. Oh, my nose is getting stopped up. I don't see anything on this one right on top. Real blaringly obvious. There's some more out there. I might have to check this one out a little bit closer. Not seeing anything, but that's a good chunk of opal. Couple of different pieces too, so there's potential still. I'm not giving up on it. So this is, I already showed that one. Oh, I didn't show this one. It's definitely got a nice color bar in it. Actually, that's got multiple color bars in it. There's one down here on the bottom, and then there's one right there at the top. And you can see that color bar right there. It's pretty good. Should be able to get something decent out of this right here. But let's see. Let's look at this one. It's a pretty good little chunk. see any color in it, but you know, when I see that much of a chunk of opal, I just toss it in my bucket. You know, I'm going to look at it later and keep looking. This is one of those where I just can't tell where the layers are. Can't see those lines. Well, not seeing it. That's not much of one. Pretty good chunk, but I'm not seeing anything real obvious in it. Let me show you this piece of obsidian, because I picked this one up because it's a good little chunk. You know, it could be a good, you know, get a couple slabs, 1 or 2 slabs off of it to make some cabs out of. But why I picked this one up is because of the transition in that color in the rhyolite. It's got that red staining from the iron in there, and I just thought that piece was really cool with the color, the two-tone color of it. I really like that piece. This chunk right here, I know I saw color in it, but that's mainly almost all obsidian with a good big face of opal here. And I don't know if this, you know, I know that there's color in it because I saw it, but I don't know if this is going to be something I can work, because it's got great color in it. This might be something I try to play around with on the rotary tool and see if I can't get it to polish up to bring that color out good, and just leave it as a specimen as is. Let me pull, I'm going to start showing you these 3 right here that I broke open, because there's so much opal on these rocks. Okay, so here's one pocket. Identify this spot by that and this area right here. So you got opal right here. Let me spray that, because I know there's color in it. It's just really hard to see it. It's up in there. I don't know if there's any more, but just see a hint of green and purple. There's a good green flash. But this wasn't even close to being the biggest or the best pocket that was in this thing. Look at this. How cool is that? That's cool. Shows that little pocket. That's going to be crazy in UV. I just know it is. Okay, so now let's turn this rock this way. Let's see if there was something on the bottom. Yeah, there's some opal right there on the other side of that one right there. A little cave. hard to see if there's any color in it. There's some right there too. Yep. Oh, and it's heavy. And this is it. Oh. So this is a pretty big chunk. And there's opal in a couple different places. Here, 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 here. Okay, that's 3 different places. Plus here, there's 4. In there, I think, with some. No, I think it's all potch. Yeah, 4 different places. So there could be more inside this thing. But see if I can get any color flash to show on these spots somewhere. I was seeing something there for a minute. Maybe not. I have to get them wet. This piece was really cool. Let's see. Did you see the green? There's a color bar right there at the top of that. That was about it, but I mean, this one would be a good candidate to continue to break up. I don't know if this, cause see, look, oops, if I keep hitting that damn thing. So that piece right there, oh, let me get it in frame. That piece right there is really flat. So I'm thinking it's going in this way, and that could potentially be quite a bit more underneath there. And that's what makes me want to just bust this thing out, because you don't know how thick that color bar or the opal could be in there. And it may be just that, but if I expose it on the bottom, whatever, there might be enough there to make a cab out of. I don't know. Let's see. Did I look at that one? So here's this main piece off this one that I busted up. That was on that table. Whew. This thing's heavy. I mean, it's got pockets all over it, and I could still break this thing up quite a bit more. Watch. I'm breaking it off with my fingers. But that was a pretty big bubble right there. I mean, see if I can get the color to show on this, because there was some good color flash. You can see the layers there. That's a different pocket than this one, though, I think. I'm pretty sure it is, but maybe it ain't. Oh, this thing's so heavy to sit here and try to turn. Yeah. Anyways, I mean, you can see it a little bit, but it's just hard to show. That's got to be a 15, 20 pound rock to just go straight out with one arm. Okay, hold on a minute, guys. Let me zoom back out. Man, you know, you see what's here and what I haven't shown. I mean, there's opal in pretty much every one of these rocks. And I'll show you this one real quick because this one was pretty cool. This is just potch, but before I get this wet, it's almost like a chert with that grayish kind of wavy pattern in it, and it's very waxy. So it's just common opal, but that was a cool piece, and I want to make a pendant out of that material. That would be cool. So yeah, I mean, I didn't even barely show half of this stuff, and I'm already almost an hour. There's a lot here to show, and I can't show it all really and do it complete justice because I need to break things down good. And yeah, I guess I could show one of these for just the kind of a specimen type pieces that I wanted, because it shows all the bubbles with the clear on it. So I think that's going to be really green in the UV. Same with that other one back there. I just can't help myself. I gotta show it. I mean, these things are cool. Look at this one up close. Let's see. I don't have to zoom back in. Yeah, that's cool. That's gonna be crazy in UV. I just know it. Yeah, I don't see any precious opal in this one, but it's just a cool specimen. All right, hold on, guys. All right, it's got to be probably 10, somewhere between 10 and 10:30 now. I can't believe that was already an hour, so I'm not going to sit here and ramble. Let me know what you think. I didn't mean for the premiere to be this long. I try to keep my premieres less than an hour, really, honestly. I mean, you see how much is here. I mean, there's a lot here to show, so, and I didn't even show half of it, but I hope you like what you did see. If you're ever considering going out there to the mine, I mean, at the very least, it's definitely worth it going to the little mini mine. That's still a pretty, I mean, you can still pick through there and find same stuff. All they do is bring the stuff from the main mine and bring it and put it down there in the mini mine. So you just got to break through and find the little pieces, you know. I've got enough there to make some pretty good jewelry. And who knows how much is still in some of these bigger pieces. You know, even if I've only got 15 or 20 cabs worth of stuff in the little stuff, I think it was worth it. And it was worth it to me to go out there and meet everybody. Now, having said all that, I would go back, because now especially I know what I'm looking for, and I would definitely go back, and I guarantee you I would probably find way better stuff and a lot more. I would probably bring home a lot more than I did as far as good pieces, you know. I would have took my time. I would have had all the proper equipment, and I would have took my time on some of these bigger rocks, breaking down and getting some of these bigger chunks of opal that's inside exposed. And yeah, instead of bringing home the big chunks like I did, I thought I would bring them home and play with them out here, so at home. Anyways, okay, so that's it. Tell me what you think. Love you guys. Let me go in there and pester V some. She's probably laying in bed right here. She's still snoozing on the couch. I'll have to wake her up and get her in bed. We'll catch y'all later. Bye.